My name is Aisha Achir. I'm a master's student at Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University. My field of study is marketing, with a focus on digital marketing and data analytics. I am actually a Kesatuan Bangsa School Yogyakarta alumni from the year 2015. Today, we're going to talk about a roadmap to success, the importance of 4Ps. In marketing, we learn about the importance of 4Ps, which are product, price, place, and promotion. You might wonder, what's the 4Ps in this context? It is praying to God, purpose, persistence, and perseverance. Now let's start with the first P, praying to God. In 2019, within 3 years and 10 months, I graduated with 2 bachelor degrees, namely Bachelor in Business Management with a cum laude predicate from Universitas Gadjah Mada Yogyakarta and Bachelor in International Business from University of Groningen, the Netherlands. Alhamdulillah, without even once taking a single remedial during my bachelor degree. In 2020, by the grace of Allah, after 4 months of selection process, I was selected by Nufikneso Indonesia as one of the awardees for Student Scholarship Program for my master's degree. Nufikneso is a non-profit organization supported and funded by the Dutch Ministry of Education, Culture, and Science. There were around 500 applicants, and I am really grateful I was selected among the 26 awardees. That same year, I got accepted to several prominent universities in the Netherlands to continue my master's studies, namely Rotterdam School of Management, Erasmus University of Amsterdam, amongst the best in the world when it comes to business studies. People often ask me and my parents, how is all of that possible? What's the secret? This will never happen without the blessings of Allah in all aspects of my life. The first P, praying to God, resonates with what both my parents taught me, which is if we want to succeed in life, we have to go the extra mile to pray to God. During my high school years, my focus was science, specifically physics. My friend and I, we worked together with the Faculty of Electrical Engineering Universitas Gadjah Mada to develop an alternative way to charge nickel metal hydrate battery, which is the battery that is used for, let's say, remote control, using piezoelectric in a shoe insole. Alhamdulillah, we won at Indonesian Science Project Olympiad, and we represented Indonesia to Turkey at Dreamline Design Olympiad. So imagine a girl who was a science major in high school entering into the world of balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, and net present value. My first semester at the university was tough. It was overwhelming and everything was very new to me. My GPA that semester was 3.11 out of 4. It was not that bad, but it's not great either. Why does this matter? Because in order to be able to take part in the double degree program, I have to at least have an overall GPA of 3.25. This is where the story becomes even more interesting. My GPA in the second semester skyrocketed into 3.71 and was stable at 3.82 in both the third and fourth semester. And it reached an all-time high of 4 out of 4 during my last semester. I'm not talking about my overall GPA, but my GPA in every semester. So what changed in my routine? Yes, of course, I do studied harder, but there was something else. In the second semester, I started to wake up in the middle of the night for no apparent reason. I asked my mother, "Why is this happening to me?" To which my mother replied, "God is waking you up to do your night prayers." Ever since then, 2016, until now, 2021, every day I always make an effort to do Qiyamul Lail. From doing tahajjud, taubatan nasuha, and hajat prayers, to reading the Quran. No matter what your religion is, pray to God. Pray according to what you believe. Ask for God's help and blessings. I take the time to pray to God before starting the day, before doing my task, homework, and exams. And afterwards, I pray to God to give me the best result in God's point of view, not my point of view, because I truly believe that God knows what is best for us. So even if I fail, I trust God knows what is best for me. Let's say every time you finish your 5 times a day prayers, do not just leave your sajadah. Take the time to sit down and pray. I'm not trying to menggurui di sini, but I speak the truth from my own personal experience. Praying to God, seeking for God's help and blessings in everything that I do, by doing Qiyamul Lail every day and my daily prayers, really changed my life for the better. For the second P, purpose. At the age of 15, I decided to move to Yogyakarta so that I can be close to my grandparents and spend time with them. Right before 11th grade, my grandmother passed away shortly after having her third stroke in front of my eyes. And less than 3 months later, my grandfather also passed away. High school years were not easy, but I decided to stay in Jogja and continue my study at Kesatuan Bangsa School. I will always remember my grandmother's last wishes for me, and that keeps me. At the time, although I was stricken by grief, deep down I know that I should not give up. I have to be able to graduate high school, survive, persevere, work hard to make my grandparents, parents, and family proud. I remember one of my professors at Rotterdam School of Management talked about the importance of having purpose within the organization. Why? Because when the organization is in the organization to find a way out of the problem. Thus, whenever I feel like giving up because of the pressure, I always remember my purpose. My purpose stems from my family. Their exemplary mother passed away. One of her last wishes was for me to study business and reach the highest level of my education to the best of my capabilities, because she always believed in me. My grandparents, all their life, had done a lot of social activities and supported numerous charities. What's my purpose, you might ask? Well, my purpose in life is to be able to help others and to make my family proud. Your purpose does not need to be something very big, out of the box, or even extraordinary. Your purpose is something you could hold on to in the darkest of days as a source of strength so that you could rise up and fight. It might be hard at such a young age to have a clear picture of what is your purpose in life. And it is okay not knowing right at this instance. Some people can take years to figure it out. So do not ever compare yourself to others. Take it step by step. Lastly, the third and fourth P are intertwined with one another, which are persistence and perseverance. There is a huge difference between attending university in Indonesia versus abroad. one of the most challenging factors for me was adjusting to the studying environment. Studying a day before a quiz or exam is common practice for some people. Sistem kabut semalam atau SKS. However, when you go to school abroad, managing your time well and studying in advance are important factors that could influence your chance of graduating on time. I started studying in advance because I really need to understand the materials in order to be able to answer the questions in an exam. At first, there were days when I did not get much sleep or when I studied up to 12 hours a day. But then I realized that I should get enough sleep so that I do not get burnt out or overworked. One time, I had to study for a business law exam, and the book was 700 pages long. I had only 3 days to quickly go through all the materials. Of course, like any other normal student, I panicked. Thankfully, I passed the course. But from that experience, I learned the importance of studying in advance and being persistent in studying in order to better prepare for my exams and not cram all the materials last minute. At the very least, I spend around 1 hour a day going through some materials. The persistency of Manichil, studying in advance, helped me when it is nearing my exam week. Getting an excellent grade in the Netherlands has proven to be very challenging, especially during my bachelor years in Groningen. There was a guessing factor system whereby if your exams is in a multiple choice form, pilihan ganda, then your grade will be deducted by several points to take into account the possibility that you are guessing your answers during the exam. The second most challenging factor is usually the feeling of homesickness. At first, you're at your honeymoon phase and everything seems so new and exciting. But as time goes by, you do realize that you're not surrounded by your closest family or friends. You have to clean and cook on your own, meaning you have to be independent and be able to manage your time well. There is no Gojek, but there is food delivery, but it's very expensive. That convenience that you had in Indonesia and that bubble that you used to live in are no longer there. You have to be very independent. Believe me when I say there are days where I feel like giving up because it was hard and I miss my family and friends back home. During winter, you might experience winter blues, the feeling of sadness and loneliness. But every time I feel like I want to give up, I remember my purpose. Every time I feel like there is so much pressure around me, I pray to God for His help and blessings. Both my mother and father are the epitome of perseverance. They work so hard to get to where they are standing today. My mother had the courage to live alone in the United States for 7 years at the age of 16. In the 1980s, in an era where there was no mobile phone, no email, and no internet. But she kept going. She studied hard and managed to finish her study and pursue her master's degree. My father, having 35 years of experience in senior management positions, has also instilled in me the importance of perseverance and persistence. Their sense of perseverance, dedication, hard work, and all their sacrifices inspire me to be strong, to work hard in life, to pray, and to have faith in Allah. So after you have worked hard for something, whether to study for an exam, applying for a job or scholarship, do not forget to pray to God. This is where all the P's are intertwined with one another. I'm always thankful to God for all the blessings and opportunities given to me. And I'm always grateful also to my parents, my aunties and uncles, my best friend, for their endless love and support all these years. To conclude, the secret to where I am standing today is for peace, which are praying to God, purpose, persistence, and perseverance. I want all of you to remember that the indicators of success are different for everyone. So do not compare your process to others. Let the stories of others inspire you. Before I end this session, I would like to recite to you my favorite verses from the Quran. Whenever I'm feeling down, I always remember Surah Al-Insyirah, verses 5 and 6, which are as follows. فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْيُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْأُسْرِ يُسْرًا. For indeed, with hardship, there will be ease. Indeed, with hardship, there will be ease. Karena sesungguhnya, sesudah kesulitan itu ada kemudahan. Sesungguhnya, sesudah kesulitan itu ada kemudahan. I wish all of you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you for listening to my TEDxYouth Talk.